Hey everybody, it's Roy from ANSgear. We're going to take a look at a gun today. This is the Extcy from GOG Paintball or GOG Paintball or whatever you want to call it. This is one of the lines that I would say this is probably their most advanced GOG gun that they're doing right now. It's got the brake beam eyes, it's got a regulated system, it has the bolt out the back system. It's got all sorts of different firing modes. It's got the Blackheart board in it. So it's pretty advanced as far as the level of gun that they produce from the GOG line. So let's open it up and take a look. The cases are nice. It's a hard plastic case, so you definitely have something secure to store the gun in. It does come with a carry handle. You can carry it around. So if you don't have a gear bag or something like that, this is a good place to carry your gun in. It will keep it protected. Foam all around on each side. You're gonna get your gun, get your barrel, 12-inch barrel. Remember, it is what they call ion or impulse threaded. So if you do switch barrels, make sure you are getting the appropriate barrel for it. Ion or impulse threaded. Actually, we'll leave that out. We're gonna weigh this thing in just a second here. You can get your manual. Your manual does come on a CD. There are no paper manuals anymore. If you lose it, you can always go to the website. I think it's gogpaintball.com, and the manual will be up there. You're also going to get barrel sleeve and Allen keys and O-rings. So what you need to do maintenance, get the gun apart, and to be safe. Now, the gun will run on compressed air or CO2. If you are using CO2, it is imperative that the CO2 tank that you are using has an anti-siphon installed inside of it. Make sure you take that to your local pro shop to do the installation. They will need your gun as well as the tank to do the installation. So don't just bring a tank down there or show up with nothing and say you need a tank for an anti-siphon for your Extcy. They can't do it. Must have the gun in hand when doing the anti-siphon install. Or you can use a remote line. If you run the remote line off the back or off the bottom, and then you've got your tank on your back or somewhere else, that will work well, work good as well. If you are running one or the other, there is a little blurb on this thing here that says to change the dwell if you're using compressed air, do a certain setting, and if you're using CO2, run it at a different setting. So the dwell is the operation valve time, so it needs to be different depending on the air that you're using. All right, enough technical mumbo jumbo. So that's what you're going to get in the box. Let's get this out of the way. We'll go ahead and weigh this up. So this is gun and barrel, no battery. So if you are wondering what the total weight would be, just factor in the weight of a 9-volt battery. The shadow out of the way there. There we go. 2 pounds, 5 ounces. So definitely not a heavy gun. Easy to move around. It does have a composite outer sleeve for the body, but underneath the composite sleeve here is a metal body housing. It's got to be metal in order to seal properly and everything on the inside. This does limit weight or lighten up the gun. Plus, it's very structurally strong. So if you ding it or chip it or if somehow you were to crack it, you can replace it also. So there's other colors you can get. It's easy to swap them out. So you don't have to worry about damaging this and not being able to fix it or replace it. Well, you really wouldn't fix it. You just replace it. Simple 9-volt operation. You got an on-off ASA at the bottom, so screw your tank in. Gun gases up on and off. Regulated system right here, adjusted through the bottom. Do have your anti-chop eye system in here. It is a brake beam eye system. If you wanted to get to it, to clean it, really, it's all you can get to it. You can take the eye covers off here, pop it open, clean it all out. 2-finger trigger, and on and off is right here. Now, the board that comes inside the Extcy is the Blackheart board. So it's their upgraded board. Comes with all your firing modes, all your settings, all your adjustments that you could ever really want to do is achievable through this. So if you're looking for a PSP mode or a Millennium mode or a ramping mode or full auto mode or just semi-auto, it all comes on that board. And then you do have the quick release out the back. So you can some of these you can get undone by hand. I really wouldn't try to do it. I don't recommend it. Use an Allen key, unscrew this, pop it right out. If anybody's familiar with the ion, the bolt structure is very similar to that. There was an Ion that came out, I believe it was called the EOS. They kind of had the first bolt out the back set up. It was stock, not aftermarket. And this kind of is similar to that. We can pop this cap off the back right there. And then we can push the bolt right out the back. And if you were just to look at the bolt, compare this bolt to an Ion bolt, you'd be hard pressed to tell the difference. It's just how they've set up internally all the pieces inside there to let you use a bolt like this and still get it to come out the back. So maintenance is super easy. You can change the O-rings on there and do whatever you need to do. Put it back in. Put the back together and then just screw it in and you're done. So makes definitely maintenance a lot easier. Better than the Ions where you had to take apart the whole body to get to the bolt. That was kind of a pain. So having it bolt out the back definitely is a step in the right direction. They're great little shooters. They run at a pretty reasonable pressure. I think they run about 140 PSI, so definitely low pressure operation. The rate of fire, you're not going to be outshot by anybody. It'll do, with the Blackheart boards in there like they are, plus you can do the QEV upgrade in them. They'll shoot 20 plus balls a second with the QEV upgrade in it. So they're great setups. They're easy to run, easy to shoot, easy to maintain, and they're not too expensive. I think they're under $250 for these guns. So check out the Extcys on the website. I believe we still have them in a couple different colors, black, maybe blue, titanium, and the green potentially. But check the website for available colors and order your Extcy through ANSgear.com.